Hey, boys and girls. This is Miss Brown, and I will be doing the Unit 6 math test review today. This is for everything that we've learned about decimals will be on this test. All right, let me get started. So number one, let me see what color will be best. I'll do it in red. Number one says the table to the right. I need to move my picture out of the way. Okay, I need to move it. Okay. The table to the right shows the distances Mark and Liam ran last week. How much further is Mark's total distance than Liam's total distance? So if I look at the table, I have the day of the week in this column. I have the players or the runners and their totals in this column. All right, so it says, how much further is Mark's total distance than Liam's total distance? Okay, so that's going to be a two-step problem because first I need to find both of their total distances. Then I will have to subtract to find out the difference in the two differences, to the two totals. So let's see. So for Mark, he ran 2.6 miles on Monday, 3.55 hundredths miles on Tuesday, and then this amount on Wednesday. Then for Liam, it's the same. He ran a certain amount on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So they tell me that I need to see how much further Mark's total distance is from Liam's total distance. So that's why I have to find out the totals of their distances first before I can do the subtraction part. So that's going to be a lot of work. So let me go ahead and let me see something. Okay. So I have Marks. I'm going to add up all of Marks first. So that will be, where's my eraser? So Mark's totals are here. Just going to do that. So I'm going to do 2.6. Whoa. Try it again. 2.63. And remember, you have to line up your decimals. It's very important in adding decimals. And then 2.08. So as you notice, there is nothing above in the hundredths place on the 2.6 because there was nothing there. So nothing is up there. So I can put a 0 if I want to, but I don't have to. So I have a 5 and an 8 in this column. So I can just add that up. 5 plus 8 is 13. Put my 3, carry my 1. Now I have to add up everything in this column. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. So I'm going to get 12, put my 2, carry my 1. Now I have to add up everything in this column. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. And 6 plus 2 is 8. And my decimal goes here. I don't know why that keeps happening. So Mark's total distance is 8 and 23 hundredths. Now I'm going to add up Liam's totals to get the total distance for him. So I have 1 and 5 tenths. 1 and 5 hundredths. Sorry. 1 and 25 hundredths and 65 hundreds for here. So I'm gonna add all that up. I'll go ahead and put my decimal down here just so I won't forget it. So now I need to add up everything in the hundreds place. So that's 5 plus 5 plus 5. So I have 15. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. Put my 5, carry my 1. Now I have to add up everything in this column. So I have 1 plus 2 makes 3. 3 plus 6 makes 9. So 9 goes here. And then I have to add up everything in the ones place. So 1 plus 1 is 1. It's 2. So I have 2 and 95 hundredths, or Liam's totals. So I know I want to find out how much further. Let me erase this. I'm trying to find out how much further Mark ran than Liam. So to find that out, I need to subtract the amount that Liam ran from the amount that Mark ran to see what the difference is. So that'll tell me how much further Mark's distance was than Liam's distance. So I have 8 and 23 minus 2 and 95. Let me see if I can move myself out of the way even more. It won't stay over there. Let's see if it'll stay up here. Still covering up stuff though. Put it down here. Still covering up choices. Oh, where am I gonna go? Can I make myself smaller or go away? Okay, I just figured it out. Alright, so now I can move this out of the way. Alright, so now I can subtract, sorry. So I need to subtract the hundreds place. So I have 3 minus 5. I can't do that. So I will borrow from my 2. 2 will become a 1. The 3 will become a 13. Now I have 13 minus 5, which is 8. Then I have 1 minus 9, and I can't do that either. So I need to borrow from my 8. My 8 becomes a 7, and my 1 becomes an 11. And let me go ahead and bring my decimal down. Or did I already do that? So I have 11 minus 9, which is 2. And then I come over here and I subtract, do 7 minus 5, 2, and that's 5. So my answer should be 5 and 28 miles, 2,800 miles. That's how much further Mark ran than Liam. So my answer would be B. All right, that was a lot of work for that problem. Now let's do the next one. Oh, sorry. So my answer was B for that one, just to make sure you know. Let me go ahead and just circle it. Okay. Now I can clear all. All right, let's go to the next slide. The number below is shown in expanded form. So they give me a number in expanded form, and they ask me what is the standard form of this number. So we would just have to write out the number. So if I look at up here, I'll go ahead and just do it on top of each number so you can see. 6 times 1,000. I know that's going to be a 6 in this place. Then I have 5 times 100. That's going to be a 5 in this place. Then I'm going to have, I don't have anything for my tens, as you can see, because it skips from hundreds to ones right here. So I know that's going to be a 0 representing the tens place. And then I have a 3 that should be in the ones place. And then this, as you see, it skips from ones to 1/100. So they skip 1/10. So I'm going to have a decimal now. And then I'll have to have a 0 to represent that 10th place that they skipped. And then for my 100th place, I'm going to have a 9. And then for my 1,000th place, I'm going to have a 2. So my number should look like that. It should be 6,503 and 92,000. So let's see which one matches that. 6,503. So it's not this one because this one has a 3 in the tens place, and up here I don't have anything in the tens place. So don't let that trick you. You have to look at the numbers. Look at the numbers closely. And so if I look at them closely, I see that this one is the correct one. It has a 6,503 decimal 0, 9, and 2. So my answer should be C. All right. Next one. It says a mystery number has the features below. So it's telling me the things that should be in the number. And then I have to figure out what the number is. So the number has 6 digits. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and draw 6 little lines since I know the number has to have 6 digits. So those are my blanks where I'll put my digits. It has 6 digits. All right, it says the digit 4 is in the tens and tenths place. So if it's in the 4 is going to be in the 10 and the tenths place. Then I have to think about where my, well, I won't know that yet because, I won't know where that will be yet because I don't know how many. Yeah, I do know. I'm going to have, no, I know I have 6 digits, but I don't know what place my decimal, how many places they're going to be after my decimal. But if I look at my answer choices, then I do know. Going to be 2 places after my decimal. So my 10th place would have to be here. So that would be there. My decimal is going to be here. And so my tens place also has to have a 4. So that's going to be here because this is my ones place. I need to do that in a different color. So this is a 4 and this is a 4. All right, and then it says the digit 6 is in the hundreds and hundredths place. So I'm going to have a 6 in the hundredths place. So that's going to be a 6 here. And then a 6 in the hundredths place. Make it here. Okay, then it says the digit 2 also appears in the number. So the digit 2 also appears in the number. I'm sorry, I just did something wrong. This is not the hundredths place. This is the thousandths place. Because if you look at our number, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 digits before the comma. So that's a thousands number. So I'm going to have a 6 in the hundredths place. That's going to be right here. Okay, so then it says the digit 2 also appears in the number. So I guess that has to be 2 2s. Yep, because that's what I see up there. So it's going to be a 2 right here and a 2 right here. Let me read it again to make sure. So it says the number has 6 digits. The digit 4 is in the tens and tenths place. So let me check. I have a 4 here, which is the tens place, and I have a 4 here in my tenths place. Then it says the digit 6 is in the hundreds and hundredths place. So this 6 is in the hundredths place. This 6 is in the hundredths place. Then it says the digit 2 also appears in the number. So that means anything that I didn't have is going to be a 2. So that was a 2 here and a 2 here. So my answer should be 2,642 and 4,600. So 2,642 and 4,600. So my answer would be A. Okay. Next one. Go ahead and erase. Clear all. All right. This says which number makes the comparison true. So they have a number over here, and then they have the greater than sign, and then a blank. So I'm trying to figure out what number I need to put here to make this comparison sentence true. So it says 506 and 807 thousandths is greater than something. So whatever number I put over here has to be smaller than this number in order for this number to be greater than this number. So let's see what I could put over there to make it greater. Which one of these? So I have 507 and 807 thousandths. Well, I know that this number is bigger. I know that this number is bigger than this number because I have 507 right here. Let me go back to red. I have 507 here and I have 506 here. So I know that this number is bigger, so I know that can't be it. This number has 506, so this could possibly be it. But I have 17 is up here. I have 7. So this number is also going to be bigger than this number. This number is going to be bigger because of the 1 being in the 10th place. And up here I have a 0 in the 10th place. So it can't be this one. This one has a 506, and then it has an 8 in the 10th place, and then it has a 0 in the hundredths place, but it has an 8 in the thousandths place, and this has a 7. So that's going to make this number bigger also. So it can't be C. So my only choice left is D. And if I look at D, I see it has a 506. Then it has a 7 in the 10th place, which makes it smaller than this number because this number has a 8 in the 10th place. So I found my answer. It's going to be D. The truth can hurt you. To make that statement true. So that means I would have this number up here. 506 and 707 thousandths. So that means this number is bigger than this number. All right, that's that one. Number 6 says which statement is true. So this is simple. I'm just comparing the decimals. Look at place value, so I can do that. So I see that they all have zeros in the ones place. So now I need to look at comparing the 10th place in each number. So I have a 10th place as a 9 here and a 0 here. So that means that this whole number now, I know that this number is bigger than this number because I have a 9 here and a 0 here. So based on the 10th places, this number is going to be the bigger number. So I know this one is not true because they're saying that 900 thousandths is less than 35 thousandths. So that's not true. So I'm going to mark through that one. Then for this one, I have a 0 in the 10th place and a 5 in the 10th place. Well, that tells me that this number is smaller than this number. So their comparison statement says this number is greater than this number. That's not true. So I'm marking through that one. This one has a 0 in the tens place, and this one has a 2 in the tens place. So this number should be bigger. I'm sorry, this number should be smaller than this number. So I have a 0 here, 2 here. This is smaller than this. So that means this number should be the smaller number. And my comparison statement says that this number is less than this number, and that is true. So C would be my answer. And I see that D is wrong because this is not greater than this because the 0 is here and a 6 is here. So my answer is C. Next one says, which of the following numbers is 56 and 785 thousandths rounded to if I'm rounded to the nearest tenth? So if I look at my digits in the tenths place in these numbers, I can see. But I'm going to look up here and see what I can round this to the nearest tenth. So if I look at the tenths place up here, I have a 7. So I'm going to look to my 8 to tell me whether my 7 is going to round up or whether it's going to stay a 7. Well, my 8 is greater than 5, so I know that tells me I'm going to send this number up. So my 5 and 6 will still be there, and my decimal will still be there. So my 7 here will turn to an 8. And I know that everything else after the place I'm rounding to turns to a 0. So that I don't have to put those there anymore. So I'm just going to have 56 and 8 tenths as my answer. So my answer would be D. Okay. I'm trying to debate if I should stop this video and go to start a new one or just continue. Let me see how many more I have. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think I'll just keep going, make it easier. Right, so I was here, so I'm going to be on number 8 now. Clear all. So this says, which of the following is the largest number that can be rounded to 8 and 4 tenths? So I have to look at these numbers to see which one would round to 8 and 4 tenths, which is the biggest one that can round to 8 and 4 tenths. So that means some of these, more than one of these, may be able to round to 8 and 4 tenths, but I have to see which one of these numbers is the largest one that can round to 8 and 4 tenths. So I'm going to look at each one. I know I'm rounding to the nearest tenth, so I'm going to look at number in the tenths place on each one. On this one, I have a 4. So if I look at this 5 would tell this 4 to soar. So that would end up being 8 and 5 tenths. So that's my answer. That can't be it because it didn't even round to 8 and 4 tenths. Now let's look at this one. This one has a 4 in the tenths place. They all have a 4 in the tenths place. I look at my 0. My 0 would tell this 4 to rest. So it would round to 8 and 4 tenths. Let's look at this one. I have a 4 in the tenths place, and I have a 4 in the hundredths place. So this 4 would tell this 4 to rest. So that would be 8 and 4 tenths. Then down here I have a 4, and then I have a 4 again in the hundredths. So this 4 would tell this 4 to rest. So that's also going to round to 8 and 4 tenths. So I have 3 choices that round to 8 and 4 tenths. So it says, which of the following is the largest number that can be rounded to 8 and 4 tenths? So out of these, I have to see which one is the largest out of these 3 down here. So I have 8 and 404 thousand. Then I have 8 and 444 thousandths. Then I have 8 and 449 thousandths. Well, I know that 8 and 449 thousandths is the largest number out of these three. So, therefore, D would be my answer. Because that's the largest number that can round to 8 and 4/10. Okay. Next one. Says Ms. Partain has two boxes. The first box has a height of 7/10 meters. The height of the second box is 35 hundredths meters shorter. What is the height of Ms. Partain's second box? So Ms. Partain has two boxes. One of them is 7/10 of a meter. So they tell us the height of this one, but they don't tell us the height of the other one, but they tell us that the height of the other one is 35 hundredths meters shorter than the other one. So I know that this one has to be shorter. So what I'm going to do to find the height of the other box is I'm going to subtract this from this to see what the difference is. So let me make sure. Ms. Partain has two boxes. The first box has a height of, so this is her first box. So the height of this one is 7/10 meters. Then it says the height of the second box is 35 meters shorter. And it's saying that it's shorter than the other box. So it says, what is the height of Ms. Partain's second box? So this one is shorter than this one. Then I need to subtract. So it's going to be 7/10 minus 35 hundredths. So notice, good morning, that I have to set it up with my decimals lined up. So I have a 7 in the tenths place on this number, and I have a 3 in the tenths place on this number. So they have to be stacked up on top of each other. And then in this number, I have a 5, but in this number, I don't have anything in the hundreds place. So since I'm subtracting, I have to put a 0 up here to make it easier for me to work through this. So now I can do my subtraction. I have 0 minus 5, which I can't do, so I have to borrow from my 7. That 7 becomes a 6, and that 0 becomes a 10. Now I have to subtract. 10 minus 5 gives me 5. 6 minus 3 gives me 3. My decimal would be here. So that, well, the height of that box actually ended up being 35 hundredths. So I have B for my answer, 3,500 meters. All right, next one. Says Justin made $27.50 at work. He gives his brother $6.30. How much money does Justin have left? So that's a simple subtraction problem. I know what he started with, $27.50. He gave away $6.30, so I have to just stack that up. Remember, you have to line them up. Your decimals have to be lined up, so that means my 6 and my 7 will be on top of each other because they're both in the ones place. So now I can subtract. So my decimal is going to go here in my answer. So 0 minus 0 is 0, 5 minus 3 is 2, 7 minus 6 is 1, 2 minus nothing is 2. So 21 and 20 hundred. So that's $21.20. So that would be A. All right. Next one. Says Becca has 2 dogs. Their weights are 10 and 2/10 kilometers and 5 and 65 hundredths kilometers. She wants to find the difference in kilometers of the two weights. Which problem correctly finds the difference? So I know that would be a subtraction problem. I don't actually have to do the work. I just have to see which one is correctly lined up. So it says, I know their weights are 10 and 2. So 10 and 2, this one would need to be on top, and this one would need to be on bottom because this is the smaller one, smaller weight. So which one has it correctly lined up? I know this one is not it because this one has 5 and 6 65 hundredths on top, so that won't give me the correct answer, and neither will this one. So I know that this has 10 and 2/10 has to be on top because that's bigger than 5 and 65 hundredths. So it has to either be this one or this one. Well, if I look here, see which one is lined up correctly. So my 5 can't be under the 1. The 5 has to be under here because that 5 is in the 1's place and the 0 is in the 1's place. So it needs to look like this. So which one looks like that? Yep, it would be B because this one has the 0 out here. And if I put my 0 here, it would be right up under there. So this one is not correct. So my answer would be B. All right. Next one says compute the sum. So I'm just adding this up. 56 and 8 plus, and we look at this, 4 is in the 1's place, so it has to go under that 6. And 4 and 56 hundredths. I can add that up. My decimal is going to be right here. So I have 6 plus 0 gives me 6. 8 plus 5 is 13. Put my 3, carry my 1. Add this column up, I get 11 because 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 1 makes 11. Carry my 1. 1 plus 5. 1 plus 5 is 6. So 61 and 36 hundredths should be my answer. So that's D. All right. And this one, I think, is the last one. It says Liz bought a backpack for $29.98, a new pair of shoes for $49.89, and a sweatshirt for $26.99. What was the total cost of the 3 items? So I just have to add all this up. So I'm going to have 29 and 98, 49 and 89, and 26 and 99. So I add that together. I have a 8, a 9, and a 9. So 8 plus 9 is going to give me 17. And then 17 plus 9 is going to give me 17, 27, 26. It's going to be 26. And if you don't know it, use your fingers or stack it up. I could do it. 17 plus 9 if I needed to. And that's going to give me 16. So that's going to be 6. Carry my 1. Then that's going to be 2. So 26. So I'm going to put my 6. Carry my 2. And I have 2 plus 9 plus 8 plus 9. This is just, it's a little bit over, but this is supposed to be all in this column, okay? So 2 plus 9 is going to give me 11. Then 11 plus 8 is going to give me, I could do that. If you don't know it, you could just stack it up again. 11 plus 8 is 9 plus 1. I could do that in my head, but I'm just going to show you. Put my 9, carry my 1. Now I have a 1, a 9, a 9, and a 6 in this column. So 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 9 is 19. 19 plus 6, 25. And if you don't know, stack it up. 19 plus 6, 25. So I'm going to put my decimal here. Go ahead and put that there. Put my 5, carry my 2. Now I have a 2, a 4, and a 6 in this column. So I can go ahead and add all my 2's together. 2, 4, 6 plus 4 gives me 10. Hold on. I'm making a video. Hold on now. Hold on. 105 and 96 hundredths would be my answer. Hold up. Yeah. So, whoa, wait a minute. I messed up somewhere because I don't see that listed as an answer. Oh, let me see where I messed up at. 2, 4, 8, 9, 10. So I have $105, and over here I have 9. Has to be a 7. So good morning. What did I do wrong? Let me go back and add this column up. So 8. Hold on. Go back. 8 plus. Go back.
Yeah, no.
8 plus 9 plus 9. So 8 plus 9 is 17. 17 plus 9 is 26. I put my 6, carried my 2. 2 plus 9. Oh, this is the last one. Is 11. 11 plus 8 gave me 19. Oh, and then I forgot to add my other 9. Oh, wow. Found my mistake. 9 plus 9 is 18. 8 carry my 1. That would have been a 2 right there. No, it would not be a 2. Okay, I'm going to have to start that one over. Yes.
Who do you have? Are you doing Math Madness?
Yeah.
Who do you have?
I don't think you're in my group. You're not. I don't know. You didn't get in either of my groups, now.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know who you have. I can look, though, but it'll be a minute. I have to do this problem all over. Okay, let's see. And let me make sure. Yep, this is the last one. So let me start over. I have 29.
I'm usually not.
And 98. I need to see if I can do it where it would be not having so much stuff on top of it. Let's try that again. 29.
Fabulous Friday.
I'll see y'all in a minute. 29 and 98. And then 49 and 89. And then 26 and 99. Okay, so let me start over. I have 8 plus 9 plus 9. So let me just do the easy thing. 9 plus 9 is 18. Then I have to do 18 plus 8. Yeah, 18 plus 8. So 8 plus 8 is 16. Put my 6, carry my 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So that should be 26. So I have a 6 here, 2 here. So I have 2 plus 9 plus 8 plus 9. So let's see. I could do not 2 plus 9, that's 11. 11 plus 8. 1 plus 8 is 9. 1 plus nothing is 1. So that's going to be 19. So I've done this and this and this. Now I need to do the 19 plus the 9. 19 plus 9. It's going to give me 28. Okay, so let's see. 9 plus 9 is 18. Put my 8, carry my 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So there's 28. So I'm going to put my 8 here. Carry my 2. Now I have 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 plus 9 is going to give me 20. I'll just stack it up to double check. 11 plus 9. 9 plus 1 is 0. Carry my 9 plus 1 is 10. Just put my 0, carry my 1. That's going to be 2. So that's 20. So I've added 11 and 9. So now I need to add my 6 to that. So I have 20 plus 6 is going to give me 26. Now I put my 6, carry my 2. Now I need to add up 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6. So 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8, and 8 plus 2 is 10. So it will be $106 and 8600. So $106.86. So my answer is C. Now you see the importance of working carefully. And with this screen and all the writing, it kind of confused me a little bit, but that's why you have to really take your time and line everything up. So that is it for this video. Make sure you watch it again if you need to help you study for your test.